Hi there guys, thanks for checking out my tutorial on 3ds Max. In this tutorial I will cover the basics on how to do some basic modeling, texturing and lighting. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, when you start up Max, this is what the viewport will look like. Now you have four windows that you work in. There's a perspective one, left, top and front. Now me personally, I usually do most of my work in the perspective view. So what I do to increase the size of the window is I click on the maximize viewport toggle, and if you want to get back out of it again, you just click the button again. Okay, so we'll go into it. A few quick things. This is the move tool right up here. So when you need to move objects about, you just click on that. This is the rotation tool, so if you just want to rotate something. And yes, make sure you always save your work. So it's the same as saving something on Microsoft Word. Control S, or you can go down here, click on this panel up here, and then save and save as. This button here, or this this button here will change the viewport and where it looks. You can rotate it up, down, sideways, all sorts of things. This little home button here will reset itself back to the normal way. So let's get started. Okay, so first thing you need to do is create a plane. So just make the plane here, just like that. Now go to the length and the width. We all need to change those. So length will be about, let's say 500. So 500 by 500, and then you change the length and width segments by 200. So 200 and 200. Okay, so there you go. That's how it looks. Now, once we've got our plane here, it looks very plain, so we'll change that as it is. Okay, so a few other quick little tips. If you hold the mouse button, the middle one, you can change it like that, so you can move it about like that. If you hold if you don't hold, if you scroll back and forth, you can zoom in and out rather quickly. If you want to do precise zooming movements, you click this tool zoom here, and you click on the left button, the left mouse button, and you just slowly move in if you want to get to just a specific area. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Okay, so first thing we need to do is we need to change the plane. So first thing, press M for mother, so press that key, and you come up with the material editor. So this thing's really easy to use, so don't worry, I'm going to show you exactly what to do. So like I said, we need to change the plane. So we need to go down to maps, diffuse color, so click the none button there, wait for it to load, and then need you to scroll down until you see smoke. So double click smoke, and then here on the smoke perimeters we need to change a few little details. So change the size from what it is to 180. So 180. Leave the phase as it is. Iterations change from whatever it is to 20, and the exponent change to 2.75. So where is it? 2.75. Okay. So now once you've done that, click on this button here, the modify panel. So this is quite you'll be using this quite a lot for the tutorial, so get used to it. Click down here on the modify list, and then look for something called displace. Now you can either scroll down, or you can press, if you know what you're looking for the specific modifier, you can press the first name for it, letter, sorry. So there you go, displace. Okay, now go down here and click on map. And now don't click on smoke again, I want you to go down here to sample slots, and it should say something like that, diffuse color map 1 smoke. So just double click that. Okay, so now that we've done that, we need to nothing's happened, so we need to change that. So up here on parameters where it says strength, we just need to raise that up until we get something. So as you can see, something's slowly making its way, so let's just keep raising that up to about 210. So hold on, let's just change that precisely to 210. Okay, so there you go. Now you have a little now you have a little landscape, so it looks a little bit more rocky, a little bit more mountainous, or hills, or whatever you want to call it. Now after that's done, now while it does look good, it is a little bit jagged, as you can see here. So we need to make that smoothen that out a bit. It's really easy and really simple to do. All you need to do is go to the modifier list, and the modifier we're looking for is called turbo smooth, so just type T, and there it is, turbo smooth. And as you can see, now everything is nice and smooth. So it looks a lot better, more pleasing that way. Okay, so now that we've done that, the next thing we are going to do is to add some buildings and everything to the landscape, because right now it's really plain. Okay, so let's go then. Okay, before we do that, if you right click and change to and click this freeze selection, essentially what this does is you won't be able to click on it. So if you want to add some other stuff onto it, you won't have to worry about messing up the geometry for that. So that's a really useful one. Or you could also hide it if you want. So where is it? You could hide selection. Oh wait, sorry. Unfreeze all. Hide selection. It would help if you click on it. There you go. Hide selection. And if you just want to bring it back, you just unhide all. Okay, so let's just go back to freezing that. Okay, so another thing that I'm going to show you guys is, say for example, if you want to add your own hills, like say there's some bits that you think a hill would look better, it's really easy to do. All you need to do is click on this and you go to the modify panel, and no, not the modify panel, sorry, no, you right click and then you click to convert to editable mesh, and then you click these three dots here called the vertex. So there you go. Now it looks like it's gone blue, but it's just the little vertice points on the geometry, so don't worry about that. Now zoom in and let's go to a specific area. Let's say here. So say you want to add like another hill, or you want to add like a crater. So you go to soft selection, use soft selection, and then you use the move tool. So you just click on that, and then as you can see there's a little circle there. So if you just raise it up, you will get a nice little hill. Or if you want to make a crater, you can push it down as well. So yep, there you go. We've got a nice little crater there. So if you once you've done that, then you just click off the vertices again, and there you go. You're back to what it was before. So okay, so let's just freeze that. Now, okay, now we're going to actually add some buildings into the scene. So what we're going to do is just do some really simple geometry. It's not going to be a really detailed building. They're just essentially just going to be blocks, but it's just so you guys can get used to the basic methods of everything. So I'm going to show you how to do that right after this. Yes. Okay, welcome back, guys. Now, last time where we were just about to make some buildings. So okay, so what you need to do is you need to go into the create button here and click on box. So let's just make any box, just drag it out and just pick whatever it is, doesn't matter. We're going to change the perimeters and everything. Okay, so for this first box, change the length to 30, the width to 30 as well, and then we'll change the height to about 75. So let's do that. Yep, okay, that's fine. Alright, so after that you click on it and then you just drag it to wherever you want to put it. So I say I'm going to put it here, but you can put it wherever you choose to put it. Now after that we're going to make 2 more boxes. I think that'll be enough, three little buildings. So let's click on that. Change. Okay, this one's going to be a little bit different. It will be a bit wider. So change that to 40, and then I suppose we could change the height to about, let's say, 50. Nice, will be wider and stubby. Okay, so let's click on that and then place it wherever you want. I'm just going to leave it here. That looks fine. And then the final building will be that. So this will be a rather narrow but tall one. So 2020, and let's just change that to no, not 95, 98. Yeah, 95. Sorry. Okay, so there you go. Now we've done that. Okay, so let's just put that there. Lower it down a bit. Okay, so yeah, there you go. Now you've got your basic few little buildings there. Now, next thing we're going to do is going to add some water. So it's the same thing as you did with the plane. So I'll show you how to do that, but let's just freeze these quickly. If you want to freeze multiple objects, you just press the control button, and then you click on your object, and then you click on the next ones while you have your finger on the control button, and then you then you let go, and then you go into freeze selection. So those are now frozen. So let's just quickly save. Max has a bit of a bad habit of crashing. I'm just going to put this onto the desktop. That's where I usually leave most of these things. So let's just have it as test. Yeah. Okay, so that's done. Now let's do the plane. Okay, so zoom out and then make your plane. Now we'll change the parameters in a minute. We just need to get it at a certain spot. So let's just put it in between the buildings. Just raise it up a little bit. And okay, there you go. Okay, so now we need to change the parameters. So click on the modify panel there. Now there's only the length and the width you have to worry about. So let's just change those to let's say we make this 410. And the width we will change it to about 340. Yeah, that should be good enough. So yeah, there you go. Now we got some water everywhere here. Okay, that looks quite good. Hold on, let's just can we lower it down? No. Okay, so there you go. That's basically we got some water on here now. Now there's a few things I'm going to change here because I don't like how the water's all straight edge like that. That's not realistic, obviously. So we need to change that. We need to change that down. So same way I showed you how to make your own hills and stuff, we're going to just change that about a little bit. So let's see. Go to create, and then sorry, not create. Unfreeze all because we need to select the plane. Okay, so we click that. Then go into modify, click on its vertices, and let's make these little straight edges more bumpy and curved. Okay, so let's just let's raise that up a bit. Raise that up a bit. And essentially you just go through the scene and just fix the bits where the plane sticks out, like where it doesn't mesh naturally with everything. So I'm just going to do that and then I'll come back when I'm finished. Okay, welcome back guys. So alright, now that I've done all this little bits here, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add some water effects to that plane bit there, but before we do that we need to change one quick thing. So we need to click up here to render setup. So click there. And then what we need to do now is we need to basically assign something specific to it. So go into assign renderer down here, and then go into production, and then click up here where it says mental ray renderer. Basically what this will do is it will give us some extra tools to work with, some better tools than what's the default stuff available on Mac. So just go ahead and click that, and once you've done that, close the renderer, sorry, and then press M. And let's click on a new sphere there, so because we need to use some different textures now. Okay, so go here and then click on standard, and as you can see we've got some new stuff here, but the one we're looking for here is this arc and design. So double click that, then go on to select template, and then go down to where it says glass, and then go to water reflective surfaces. So click on that, and now that's added to the sphere. Now all you literally need to do to add textures onto anything is you usually just drag it from here and then you just drop it down there. So as you can see it's there now. So let's have a quick look and see how that looks while it's rendering. Now let's just change the angle a little bit so we can get like a little better view. And all you need to do to render is you just press F9. So you just press F9 and then it will render. It takes a little while to render, so I'm just going to pause it here and then I'll bring it back when it's done. Okay, so when you've rendered it, finished rendering it, it should look something like this. So as you can see, the water effects are really nice. You've got some nice little ripples there, and you've got some nice reflections of the building and the terrain. So that looks all good. So we're done that, but now obviously we need to make everything else look as good as the water. So it's really easy. So I'm gonna walk you through how to do all of this, but in the next part of this tutorial. So stay tuned, and I'll see you in part 2.